What is going on, everybody? My name is Rooster Cody, and welcome to the second channel. On this channel, I'm going to be doing reaction videos and just extra content that I don't post on my main channel, where I just post my original music. So yeah, with that being said, we're going to be watching 11 scary videos that feel wrong to watch by Sir Spooks. I will leave a link to this video down in the description. That way you guys can go show love to the original video. We're going to see if these videos are real or fake and if I can debunk them or not, which I'm sure I will be able to because there's a lot of fake clips that go around, especially in the scary video genre. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into this.
TikTok user Music Lover posted this video in June 2025, and according to the description, the footage wasn't even recorded by them. Instead, it was sent to them by their dad, who says it was filmed by caretakers working at the uploader's uncle's shared home. That alone adds a layer of unease. This isn't someone actively filming for social media. It's footage passed along because it genuinely disturbed the people who witnessed it. The uploader explains that their dad believes the video shows the spirit of their grandpa, possibly haunting their uncle. But Music Lover doesn't fully agree. They say whatever's happening in the clip feels far too violent to be him. Let's take a look.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to point out in this video, I'm going to go ahead and say this is fake. If we go back to...
Feels far too violent to be him. Let's take a look.
If we go back to the chair, it's in front of the camera and being pulled forward. Fast forward.
Move. The atmosphere feels chaotic, and there's a sense that whatever's present.
You have the drawer being pulled forward. And then the picture.
Video abruptly ends. Objects move. The atmosphere feels chaotic, and there's a sense.
Okay, mute that for a second. Watch. Okay, so that was being pulled forward. This picture also being pulled forward. Now, I'm going to say this is fake. That is easily recreatable with a clear string of some sort. So yeah, I'm going to say this one's fake. I don't buy it.
Don't know what to think anymore, describing themselves as completely flabbergasted by the whole situation. So what do you think? Could this really be a deceased family member trying to make contact? Or does the aggressive nature of what we're seeing suggest something else entirely? We may never know for sure.
No, we do know for sure. String.
But let me know your theories in the comments.
Fake. Fake. Completely fake. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Back in December of 2011 by a man named Luther McGill Jr. He explains that he was on his phone using the iChat app, just messing around with some settings when he suddenly heard a strange noise coming from behind him. Now, it is worth pointing out that it's a little convenient that he just happened to be filming himself when all of this went down. Most people don't record themselves tweaking phone settings. Still, the timing is what makes this clip so strange. Take a look.
Okay, dude, that almost made me jump. Yeah, I don't know.
At around the 20-second mark, you can see one of the kitchen cabinets behind Luther slowly open all by itself.
Yeah.
A second later, something suddenly flies out of the cabinet and crashes to the floor, causing Luther to whip his head around in confusion. He stands up to investigate, clearly startled, but the only thing he finds is the object lying on the ground. There's no sign of anyone else in the room, and nothing obvious that explains how it happened. Because this video dates all the way back to 2011, there were never any real updates or explanations afterward. The clip just exists on its own, leaving
Okay.
people to argue.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this one's real. I can't explain it right now. It was from like 2011. This is obviously a very low res clip. So, yeah, I think this is real. I don't know how to explain that.
About what really happened. So
Huh.
what do you think? A
Okay.
perfectly timed setup or something unseen rummaging through Luther's cabinets? And if it was a ghost, maybe it was just checking to see if he had any snacks worth stealing. Let me know your theories in the comments.
Yep.
A YouTuber known as Terra Latente posted this video back in March of 2022, and it shows him wandering through what appears to be a hospital late at night and completely alone. Empty hospital hallways are unsettling enough on their own, especially after dark. The uploader moves through different rooms and corridors, seemingly searching for something. For the first part of the video, it feels like nothing's going to happen, and then, in the blink of an eye, it does. At around 1:14, if you look closely, you can make out what looks like a small, ghostly child standing in a doorway. Because the camera pans so quickly, it doesn't seem like the uploader even noticed it at the time. If you slow the footage down significantly, the figure could be explained as a
I mean, it's always the lowest resolution clips.
facial illusion.
I mean, I can
Motion
kind
blur,
of see it.
shadows, or the camera catching something mid-pan that briefly forms a human shape. At normal speed though, it's hard not to see what looks like a child standing there. And considering the location, it's easy to see why people jump to darker conclusions. Hospitals are places tied to loss and tragedy, so the idea of a child's spirit appearing, even for a split second, hits especially hard. So what do you think this was? A trick of the camera, or something genuinely unsettling caught at the worst possible moment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I don't know. It's hard to see anything with the camera shaking and moving around like that. It does look pretty creepy, but I can't say for sure.
A man named Antonio Petrone posted this video to his TikTok account, and it shows him quietly moving through his house late at night, seemingly after hearing something that startled him. As he cautiously walks through the hallway, staying unusually quiet, he turns a corner, and that's where things get genuinely unsettling.
Okay.
Claudia, 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 resta. Claudia, resta, yeah?
Okay.
Out of nowhere, a children's scooter that was clearly standing completely still suddenly begins to move on its own. It rolls through the hallway and even turns the corner, like someone's guiding it. But when Antonio follows and turns the corner himself, the scooter is just sitting there again, motionless, almost like it never moved at all. The video is short and doesn't offer much context, which honestly makes it creepier.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
weird.
build-up, no explanation, just a child's toy going from perfectly still to moving with purpose, then stopping the second it's approached. If this was staged, it would have required someone hidden out of view to pull it with some string and to then quickly hide.
Like the first clip. That first clip, easily debunkable with string. This, I don't know. I don't know. This one is more believable because there wasn't really time for a person to hide anywhere. So yeah, I'm going to say this one was real.
But if Antonio was truly alone,
That's
then watching
creepy.
a stationary toy suddenly start moving through the house on its own is the kind of thing that sticks with you. And if you lean toward the paranormal explanation, there's something especially eerie about a child's toy being used when nobody's there. Almost innocent on the surface, but deeply unsettling in practice. So what do you think? A setup we're not seeing, or something unseen taking a late night ride through the house? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I mean, anything's possible. I don't know.
Back in January 2011, a YouTuber known as Mr. Snowman uploaded a video where he explains he was home alone in the middle of the day, casually playing Fallout New Vegas. Nothing unusual, nothing creepy, until he starts hearing strange noises coming from somewhere else in the house. At first, he brushes it off, but the sounds keep happening. Eventually, he starts wondering out loud if it could be a ghost. So he grabs his camera and begins walking around the house, deciding to actually talk to whatever might be there. He asks if anyone's present. No response. Then he asks a much worse question: whether it intends to hurt him. A second or two later, this happens.
Do you want to hurt me? Okay, yeah, there's definitely something here.
A sudden, loud noise erupts nearby, instantly rattling him. He backs away, clearly shaken, and then notices something happening right in front of him.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely something in here. That came from Noah's room. What the shit? You see that? What the Hey, why are you moving that paper? Why are you moving the newspaper? What the shit? God damn it.
A newspaper lifts up by itself, and shortly after, a bedroom door slowly closes on its own. No one's near it. No explanation in sight. At this point, Snowman moves into another room, maybe thinking distance will help, but if anything, it just gets worse.
What's so special about in here? I think it's in his room. What the What the
Okay.
Once again, the bedroom
I mean, this was an older clip, so it's hard to say if it was staged or not. I'm trying to just look at all the angles, and I don't see any signs of like any other people anywhere. And I don't know how he would pull it off with string or anything like that. Yeah, unexplainable so far.
The door closes by itself, and this time a box is violently thrown to the floor, sending him
Yeah,
into
that's
full
weird.
panic. Could this be staged? Possibly. Objects could be pulled with strings, doors notched just out of frame. Early YouTube was full of experiments like this, but what makes the clip unsettling is the
Again, though, it's so low resolution that there could have been a string and the camera might just not have picked it up. But I'm just going to leave this one again at, I don't know. With the clip being so low res, it's hard to say.
timing, especially the reaction immediately after he asks if it will hurt him. It feels like a direct response. If it isn't fake, then this crosses into classic poltergeist territory. Noises, objects moving, doors shutting, escalation once attention is given. To this day, there's never been a real explanation or follow-up. The video just
I'm
sits
leaning
there,
more towards
another early
fake,
YouTube mystery frozen in time. So what
but
do
it's
you
hard to
think?
say because it's an old
school
clip.
hoax, or something answering him back when it shouldn't have. And maybe think twice next time you're home alone, gaming, and decide to ask the house a question. This next one's short and sweet. The video was uploaded to TikTok by a user known as WTFJBL.
Okay, so before we even get into this clip, it said it was from TikTok. So I'm going into this with a whole lot of skepticism. Yeah.
And according to the post, it was sent to them by a night shift nurse working at this hospital. The footage shows the nurse slowly panning the camera around the dark, empty hospital late at night. She appears to be completely alone, moving through dim hallways where everything already feels unsettling. And then, this happens.
Fake. 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 Paid actor. Paid actor. It was too perfect for that to be a ghost. Look. Fake.
This isn't one of those blink and you miss it.
Look. Why would she look over there, look back this way, then look back over here, and it's just gone? Yeah, fake.
Moments.
Fake.
The figure is pretty obvious. You can clearly see what looks like a human-shaped presence standing in the hallway. What makes it interesting though is what happens next. The nurse pans the camera away, then pans back again, and the figure is completely gone. No movement, no transition, just there 1 second and absent the next. That sudden disappearance does give the clip a bit of a hoax vibe, especially since the timing feels almost too clean. If someone stepped out of frame, or the moment was staged, this exact camera movement would make it easy to sell the effect. Still, hospitals at night are unsettling places on their own, and
I agree. Hospitals are creepy at night. I work at a hospital, so I completely understand. This clip, fake, staged, paid actor.
seeing a figure standing there, even briefly, is enough to get your heart racing, fake or not. So what do you think this was? A staged scare sent in for attention, or something that didn't stick around long enough to be explained? And if you've ever worked night shifts in a hospital, I'd love to hear if you've seen anything similar.
Okay, yep. That one lost me.
At the very start of this video posted by Ethan Ryder, you can tell something's seriously wrong.
Alright, another TikTok clip. I'm gonna say this is fake. Before I even see it, I'm gonna say fake. I'm guessing fake.
His breathing is shaky, His hands are trembling and he sounds genuinely terrified, like he's bracing himself for whatever's on the other side of the door. When he finally opens it, the first thing standing there is an adorable cat. But that's not what Ethan's afraid of. The real problem is a little farther out.
And I look up to see this shit. What the?
Fake. Paid actor. Cardboard cutout, maybe. I don't know. Fake.
I'm gonna go look over.
I can tell. It's too perfect.
Real quick. Y'all see it? Oh, y'all see that though?
Fake. Fake. Yeah, no. Fake.
Is it disappearing? Nobody at all. What the? This shit is scary.
Out in the
Yeah, because dude is laying in the weeds right there. Let me rewind that back. Look, there was like...
What the?
It could be like right there. There's a black shape. Maybe right in there. There's some darkness right there. Two, that looks like a person maybe lying down. Yeah, fake. Paid actor, again.
Out in the field, you can clearly see a dark, human-shaped figure standing completely still. It doesn't rush him. It doesn't wave or
I'm
react.
skipping to the
It
next
just
one. Okay, 4.
Adrian Montenegro posted this video back in June of 2023.
Another TikTok user. I'm going to say this one's fake too.
And at first glance,
It's
it looks
always the
completely
TikTok
harmless.
users and
It's
the
just
low
him and a
resolution
few
clips.
friends hanging out outside at night, laughing and messing around on some swings. Nothing strange,
Okay.
nothing creepy, and then you notice it.
Right here.
No bajes los pies.
I mean, it's in between being in the light and in the dark. So
If you look closely into the background,
I'm going to
you
say
can see what appears
staged.
to
It looks like he's wearing
be a
like a pair of
humanoid
shorts. Look, shorts right there. Shorts. Yeah, that's a person. Fake. Yeah.
figure standing in the darkness.
They've already got a large group of friends, or a decent sized group of friends, or whatever. That's just another one of them just being creepy over there. Fake.
Doesn't just stand there either. It takes a few
Yep.
steps.
Okay, 3.
This next clip from TikTok user The First Sinner is the kind of thing that makes your stomach drop, especially if you've ever worked late shifts alone. The video shows the uploader during the closing hour at a swimming pool. At that point, they're supposed to be completely alone in the building, locking things up in an otherwise empty space. But they aren't alone.
Come on, dude. That was very clearly staged. Is there going to be any other...
Disturbing human encounter.
Look at that, dude. It's a person. A real person. Staged. Blatantly.
A setup for the camera, or something straight out of an urban legend?
No, it's a person. A human being. That's what that is. Fake.
This next video shows a TikTok user inside the halls of an abandoned prison, and it's immediately clear this place has been left to decay. Thick layers of rust and grime coat the walls and bars, and the entire building feels heavy, like it's still holding on to everything that happened there. And almost right away, something deeply unsettling happens.
What the? That's some creepy ass shit. Hold on, no, I want to see this shit. Ain't none of this. I am.
One of the prison cell doors can be seen opening and closing over and over again on its own. It isn't subtle. It isn't a one-time movement. It's persistent, like something's deliberately
I
interacting with the cell, replaying the same motion again
want to
and
say
again.
fake.
That's what makes this so disturbing. Prisons are places of routine, confinement, and repetition. Doors opening,
Very creepy setting. Probably is a haunted prison. However, the movements of the door are way too clean for it to be anything paranormal. Yeah, I'm gonna say fake.
closing,
I don't know how they
days
did
blurring
it.
together. Watching that cell door move like this feels less like random activity and more like something reliving a pattern it was never allowed to escape. If there really is something paranormal here, it's easy to imagine a former inmate still tied to that cell. Someone who never left, even after the prison itself was abandoned.
No, I know how they did it. There is this cell right here. There is somebody in there. They have something attached to this door, and they're just moving it back and forth, making the door move. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know if it's string. I don't think it's string, but I'm going to say that's how that was done. Yeah, fake.
Not raging, not violent, just
Yep.
stuck. So what do you think's happening in the cell? A spirit trapped in the same space it once suffered in, or something else entirely?
And then once they got up close to it, it
The cell was
stopped
abandoned,
because
not raging,
you would be able
not
to
violent,
see what
just
was
stuck.
attached or whatever.
So what
So
do
they
you
just
think's happening
stopped.
in the cell? A spirit trapped
Okay,
in the
yeah,
same space
fake.
it once suffered
Fake.
in, or something else entirely,
Debunked.
still haunting the corridors long after everyone else moved on. Let me know your
Yep.
thoughts in the comments.
Last one. Let's go.
This footage was posted by a woman named Jessica Duffy, who shared it to her TikTok account in May of 2021. And right from the start, it
Now see, just looking at this TikTok profile, it's possible this one would be fake, but I can just tell by looking at her profile picture that she looks like a nice girl. The description of her bio looks just to the point, doesn't seem clickbaity. This one could be real.
feels like
Let's
this
see.
isn't the first strange thing that's happened in this house. At the beginning of the first clip,
Oh,
you
it's
can
a
hear one of
ring cam. All right,
Jessica's
let's
kids
see.
casually saying, "I ain't scared of no ghosts."
Oh shit.
It almost sounds playful, like they're joking around. but whatever might be in that house doesn't seem to appreciate the trash talk.
I think I've seen this one somewhere else.
Just seconds later, a door suddenly slams shut on its own, sending the kids into instant panic as they scream and scatter. It's a sharp, aggressive movement, not subtle at all, like something's making a point. Then Jessica uploads a second video, showing what starts out as a perfectly normal night inside the house, until it turns into pure nightmare fuel.
Okay. Oh.
Out of nowhere, the lamp and fan short circuit, and you can see wires sparking and exploding.
Oh, I
inside
see the
fixture.
smoke now. Okay.
It's violent, sudden, and genuinely dangerous. Put together, the two clips feel like escalation. First, the door slam, then something going
Okay,
after the
yeah.
electricity itself.
At first, I was gonna say
So
this
what
one
do you
was
think's
fake.
going on here? Is there something in Jessica's
But with this
house
second
reacting
clip,
to the kids' bravado?
with that second clip of the fan short circuiting, I'm gonna say this was real. This was a real clip. Ring cam, kind of hard to fake a ring cam clip. At first I thought there was a string attached to this door in the first clip, which it could have, but then combined with this other clip of the fan, I'm gonna say this one was real.
Or is this
Creepy.
just a very angry spirit making its presence impossible to ignore? And if that is the case,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, this ghost might seriously need some
Yup.
afterlife anger management. And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content.
Alright, so that was 11 scary videos that feel wrong to watch by Sir Spooks. Again, I will leave a link to this down in the description, so go and show love to the original video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys on the next one.